In this video, we are going to see how to generate Google search ad copies automatically using AI. So let's say that in your spreadsheet here, we have taken the example of an Airtable. In your spreadsheet, every time a new record is added as the details of a new product launch or if there is a new product variant added, so the titles are there. And now with the help of OpenAI, which is an artificial intelligence and deployment company that helps you in generating human-like content. Now with this application, you want to generate content, you want to generate a headline as well as the ad copy, and then finally update your Airtable spreadsheet with the same. How can you do that? For this, you will have to set up some integration between Airtable and OpenAI. And the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect software. Here your trigger application would be Airtable and your action application would be first OpenAI and then again Airtable to update the record. Now, how can you do this yourself? Integrate and automate this entire process. To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect, and as we do that, here we have reached the landing page of this software. On the right hand side, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, simply sign in. If you are a new user, click on this tab sign up. It won't take more than 2 minutes, and also at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks. Now I'm going to click on sign in, and as I do that, here we have reached the all applications page. We are going to click on access now for Pabbly Connect. And here we have reached the dashboard of this application. On the right hand side, you can see a tab create workflow. Let's click on this and a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Now here my objective is to generate Google search ad copies automatically using AI. So let's say that I have got the spreadsheet, Google Sheet or Airtable, where I've got certain titles with which I would want to create ad copies. So with the help of OpenAI, first I'm going to generate the content and then I'm going to update my spreadsheet. So I'm going to click on create here. Now as I do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One is trigger, another one is action. Triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, action here is do this. Basically, action is what happens to the trigger. It's a response of the trigger. Now here my trigger application would be a spreadsheet, and here I have taken the example of Airtable. So let's look for Airtable. Here it is. And now the trigger event. So this is what will make your workflow start. So here it would be a new record. So every time a new record is added, then the workflow will run. Now here on the right hand side, you can see that this trigger will check for new data in every 10 minutes. Basically, this means that this application has a polling time of 10 minutes. So the workflow is going to run after every 10 minutes to fetch for new data. Now I'm going to click on connect. And here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the Airtable account. So I'm going to click on add new connection, and then to set up the connection we need the API key. And to get this API key, first we have to log in to our Airtable account. Once done, we have to click on this hyperlink. So I've already logged in, and now I'm going to click on this hyperlink. And as I do that and I take you down, you can see this is your API key. I'm going to copy this. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect and paste this over here. So once done, I'm going to click on save. So here you can see that Pabbly Connect is now connected with Airtable. And now we have to fill in this information, the base, table and trigger field. So to understand this, first I'm going to take you to my Airtable account. So this is my Airtable account. These are the various workspaces, and within these workspaces we have got different bases. These bases are basically tables. So I have recently created a base. The name is advertising copies, and here you can see this is the name of your base. This is the name of the table, which is details, and here I've got two column fields. One is add title, and now this is add copy. Now what you have to do is, first you have to click on this plus icon, and here you have to create a field, and the field type is created time and the name is created. Now I'm going to click on create field. Now this is a mandatory step, so let me show you. So it is written here that create a field in your table schema with field name created and field type created time. If you do not have a created field in your table schema, please create one that will be used to sort records, because without this field, trigger will not work correctly. So this is absolutely mandatory. Now I'm going to select the base. The base is advertising copies. Here it is. And now you can see that it has already captured the table and the trigger field. So once this is done, now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as soon as we do that, here we can see that we haven't received any response. Why? Because as of now, this particular table is empty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a title. Let's say the title is new product variant launch for dairy milk silk chocolate. Okay, so this is the name. It is new product variant launch for dairy milk silk chocolate. And now here you can see that it has shown the created time. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect, and I'm again going to click on save and send test request. So here we have received the response. So this is fields created. So this is the time of creation. Then we have the ID here. This is the fields add title, and this is the created time. So once we have received this, now what do I want? With the help of OpenAI, which is an artificial intelligence and deployment company that helps you in creating human-like content, I'm going to generate a headline for this particular ad title. So I'm going to click on this. Then I'm going to write OpenAI. Action event would be generate content. Let's click on connect. Here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the OpenAI account. So I'm going to click on add new connection. And here we have to fill in the token. So from where can we get the token? So first you have to log into your OpenAI account. Once done, click on this hyperlink. So I've already logged in. I'm going to click on this. And here we can see it is written create new secret key. So I'm going to click on this, and our API key has been generated. Let's copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste this over here. Now let's click on save. So here we can see that Pabbly Connect is now connected with OpenAI. And now we have to fill in this information. So we have got AI model, prompt, token, sampling type. But before we go ahead, we have to understand what this is. So first I'm going to take you to the OpenAI website. So this is OpenAI website. You can reach here by writing openai.com. And once you reach here, you have to click on API. As you do that, here it is saying that you can build next generation apps with OpenAI's powerful models. So now here we have to click on login. So as I do that, here we'll have reached the dashboard of this application. Now once you have logged in, you have to go straight to playground. And as per the name, this is an extremely interesting space where you can create content, and it is as easy as eating a piece of cake. So here, let me show you how. So if I write a story on a tree. So when I do this and I click on submit, so now you can see the magic. It has automatically started generating content, and this is definitely going to save a lot of time for all the content creators out there. And this is so easy. Now I'm going to show you all the features that it has. So first of all, we have got the mode. So I'm going to delete this. So first of all, we have got the mode. This is complete. Here we have insert and then edit. Then we have the model. So it has got various models, and here we are going to look for text Da Vinci 003. So usually we select this one. Why? Because this is the most capable model in the GPT-3 series. It can perform any task the other GPT-3 models can, and it can process up to 4,000 tokens per request. So once this is selected, then we need to select the temperature. Temperature controls randomness. So as the temperature approaches 0, the model will become deterministic and repetitive. And as it approaches 1, then the results are going to be random. Now comes the maximum length. So the maximum number of tokens to generate is known as the maximum length. So you can request and use up to 2048 or 4000 tokens shared between prompt and completion. Now what is prompt? That I'm going to tell you in some time. The exact limit of the number of tokens varies by model, and one token is roughly 4 characters for normal English text. So if you wish to write a reply to the comment that you have received on your social media, you can select up to 10 or 20 tokens. And if you wish to write a blog or an article, you can select up to 250 or 300 tokens. So it depends on you. Now the next thing is stop sequence. So here the stop sequence, as soon as you write this, so the API will stop generating further tokens. So here it can be anything. I'm going to write // single hashtag. Now the top P and frequency and presence penalty. So frequency penalty decreases the model's likelihood to repeat the same line verbatim, and presence penalty increases the model's likelihood to talk about new topics. It can vary from -2 to 2. So if it is 0, so it is like it's going to give us moderate answers. Now prompt here, this prompt is basically the instruction that we provide. So if it is written here, write a tagline for an ice cream shop, this is the instruction and this is known as prompt. I hope you have understood this. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. So first we are going to select the AI model and this is text 7C003. Now the prompt. So I'm going to write a headline for the ad copy, and here I'm going to map the information. Mapping means that I already have the data that I need in my previous step, which you can see here. So as I click on this, here you would be able to find the ad title. So I'm going to click on this. This is known as mapping. And why is mapping important? Because if I had written this manually, then every time the workflow had run, it would only take the manually written data. So our workflow would have been a waste. Now once we have written the prompt, now the maximum number of tokens. So since I just am looking for the headline, I can go for 20 tokens, more than enough. Now the sampling type. So here we have got two options, nucleus sampling and temperature sampling. Since I need random data every time, I'm going to select temperature sampling. Now the sampling value, presence penalty and frequency penalty. I'm going to leave it blank so that it can take the default values, which is 0.70 and 0. Then we have the stop sequence. I'm going to write // single hashtag. This is what we had decided. And best of. So let's say that I wish to have 3 options, 3 responses. So, it is going to share the best one. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request. So as soon as I do that, here you can see that we have received the headline which says indulge in the sweetness of Dairy Milk Cell's new chocolate variant. Now once we have received this headline, I want the ad copy. So now I'm going to do is I'm going to add another action step here and I'm going to choose the same application. So it is OpenAI. Let's click on this. And the action event here would be again generate content. Let's click on connect and I'm going to go ahead with the existing connection. So once this is done, we have to select the AI model. So again I'm going with text the Vinci. What is the prompt now? So I want an ad copy. So write an ad copy for the title. Okay, so I have the title. Again I'm going to map it. Go to step 1. This is the title. And then the maximum number of tokens, so let's say it is 250 now. Then the sampling type has already been selected. I'm going to leave this blank. And now the stop sequence is // single hashtag. And the best of, again I'm going to select 3. Let's click on save and send test request. So here we have received the response. Let's see. This is the ad copy. Introducing a delicious new way to treat yourself, Dairy Milk Silk Chocolate. Our newest product variant is made with the same rich and creamy milk chocolate you know and love, but this time with an extra special twist. See, this is the entire data. Now this is definitely going to save a lot of time for us. Now once we have received this, I want to update my Airtable table with this information. So I'm going to add another action step and the application would be Airtable. Once again, let's click on this and the action event here would be to update the record. Let's click on connect. Here I'm going to go ahead with the existing connection and now the base. So what was the name of our base? It was advertising copies. Here it is. And since there was only one table, so see, it has already captured the table ID. Now for this record, I'm going to turn this mapping on. And now I'm going to fill in this information. How? So first I'm going to delete this. So now I'm going to map the information. So as I click on this and go to Airtable, this is the ID. Now the ad title. So I'm going to click on this, go to step 1. This is the ad title. Now for the add copy, first I'm going to click on this, and to map the information I'm going to go to step 2, and from here I'm going to take the headline. Let's press enter, go to step 3, and this is the add copy. So once written, now so I'm going to go down and click on save and send test request. Now as we do that, here we have received the response, and now I'm going to take you to my Airtable table to see if the data has been updated. And yes, here you can see if I click on this, this is the headline and this is the data. This basically means that our integration process is a success, but we also need to check this in real time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another title over here. So let's say the title is new flavor of Maggie launched. As soon as I write this, what should happen automatically through OpenAI, the content should be generated, and here I should get the add copy. But here you can see that it is taking some time. Why? Because if I take you back to Pabbly Connect, and as I take you up, here you can see that it has got a polling time of 10 minutes. So now we are going to wait for 10 minutes so that our data can be updated there on Airtable. It's been 10 minutes, and now I'm going to take you back to our advertising copies table in Airtable, and yes, here you can see that the ad copy has become a part of this. Now let's click on this to see. This is the headline. So taste the new deliciousness, Maggie's new flavor is here, and this is our ad copy. Isn't that fantastic and so easy, right? So now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect to see what we have done. So this is an extremely easy integration where first our trigger application is Airtable, the event is new record, then our action application was OpenAI, where first we had generated the content for the headline, and then we had generated the content for the ad copy. Once done, our final action step was Airtable application, and here we had updated the record. I hope that this is extremely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the description box. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if there is any particular integration that you wish to work on, you can always write to us. Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.